Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it very much, and I thank the panel for their testimony. This is for the entire panel. Data often moves without respect to borders, as you know. Mr. Russo notes in his testimony that championing stronger law enforcement efforts worldwide can improve payment data security. Mr. Noonan, in your testimony, you mentioned successful cooperation with law enforcement entities during investigations into these cyber crimes. Would you, as well as Mr. Zelvin, expand on what you believe Congress can do to enhance those international efforts going forward? Is there a role for examination of this issue in future trade discussions, such as the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership?
I would recommend the continued support for our efforts in our international field offices, as well as the other working groups in which we are placing strategically around the world. We've had a lot of great success in some of those Eastern European countries. Within the last 2 years, we've had some great successes. We've had an extradition of a Romanian citizen from Romania to the United States based on the collaboration that we've made here between Romanian authorities and U.S. authorities. A big part of that is the relationships that the DOJ has also expanded in those different countries. The Computer Crimes and Intellectual Property Section, CCIPS, as well as the Office of International Affairs, have helped us in strategically working with those different countries to bring criminals that are affecting us here domestically to justice.
Thank you. Mr. Zelvin, you're welcome to.
Yes, sir. My organization is neither a law enforcement nor an intelligence organization. We're purely civilian, and we have a relationship with over 200 like certs around the world. So it's really a technical to technical exchange. Last week I was in Tel Aviv and in London, and I will tell you, I've got to really see firsthand where our counterparts are, and they're making extraordinary progress. But in many cases, we in the United States are leading the way, especially in government's role in cybersecurity. So I think a continued engagement, because as Mr. Noonan had said, many of these threats are coming from overseas. Many come from within our own countries. But it would be far better if we could engage with our international partners and have them use their legal means to go after these threats, and then also provide an ability to cooperate with us, such as when we find an intrusion in their country, to get them to shut it down if they have the legal ability.
Thank you. Anyone else like to comment on that?
Just briefly, if I may, I think the international cooperation is a very important dimension of this issue, and we engage with international counterparts in all of the work, all of the enforcement work that we do, and this would be among them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next question for Chairwoman Ramirez. I represent Florida's 12th Congressional District. While more and more seniors are becoming technologically adept, how would you recommend notifying seniors of a data breach in a timely manner if they are not reachable by email?
I think it's an issue that we're happy to work with you on. I think seniors are increasingly becoming more adept at email, but of course if email is not an option, then mail notification would be appropriate. But we're happy to work with the committee on addressing this and other issues. We do look and have recently held a workshop on issues relating to senior ID theft, and understand that this population can be particularly vulnerable to these set of issues. So I think mail notification would be the one option, but there may be other ideas, and we'd be happy to discuss those with you.
Yeah, I'd like to work with you on that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, and I'll yield back.